I want to share with you guys my position on Titano now that it's been out for a very long time. The inflation is out of control, and I want to share my thoughts on this project. So stay tuned and enjoy the video. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Eric here and welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are having a great day and are doing well. Titano has had its ups, it's obviously had its downs as well, and I do believe that most people are probably now losing money because I was one of the fortunate ones to actually invest in Titano just as it launched, and I am now finally losing money in terms of my initial investment on this project. So I started off this YouTube channel. I wanted to give you guys an overview of different projects and just track my positions along the way, and that's exactly what I've done with Titano. I put in $150 USD in this project, and I didn't take anything out and I didn't put anything more in, and I just wanted to track everything and see how this is happening. So as we know, Titano is a rebase project, and I do think now that most people in the community kind of understand that rebase projects are not going to be sustainable, and Titano unfortunately hasn't pivoted in any way, shape, or form, and that's why we see what we see today. So my current balance right now is $112, so I'm losing about $40 of my initial investment. And as we can see, even though I've gained an amazing amount of Titano tokens, they are basically worth nothing. I started off with 1,800 Titano tokens, and right now I have 181,000 Titano tokens, but we still see that even though I have a lot more tokens, I haven't made any money. Now, also, if we take a look at the price of Titano, I mean, this is ever since they merged to their V2 contract. They actually launched in November of 2021. Now we're August 2022. The protocol is still alive. They are saying they're going to do multiple things, but the chart kind of speaks for itself, where we see Titano with a price of 0.0006. I mean, it's not even close to 1 penny now. They've added a few trading pairs to try and incentivize more people and increase the accessibility of Titano. They've added the pair with USDT as well as with BUSD, but in my opinion, I just simply don't see a way for Titano to come back, just because of the inflation that is continuously happening on this protocol. And we have seen other projects that were rebase projects at the start kind of pivot away from the rebasing, because everybody knows that the inflation is just uncontrollable, and even if you have burn mechanisms in place, you are going to need to burn a whole lot of tokens before you can even start touching into that inflation. Now, I just want to show you guys a few stats that don't really make sense to me. Yes, they still have about 8 million in their treasury. They have about 2 million in their RFV. But if we just talk about the rebases and the inflation that Titano has seen over the last few months, it's absolutely crazy, because here on Titan Chest, we have the tokens burned and we have the circulating supply, and we have a graph of what's happening over time. So if we take a look at the circulating supply over the last, let's say, 10 hours, we have here at the start a circulating supply of about 21.6 billion tokens. And after this, after about 12 hours or so, we see the new circulating supply of 21.78 billion tokens. So literally in the span of about 12 hours, there were 180 million tokens added to the circulating supply, because as we know, Titano is rebasing every 30 minutes, meaning that every 30 minutes, new tokens are added to this circulating supply. So again, 21.6 here, and then after about 10-12 hours, we have 21.78, so about 180 million tokens added to the circulating supply. And if we go and do the same exercise with the tokens burned, because of course they are burning tokens on a daily basis and literally in a real-time base, but it's not enough to account for this increasing inflation. So again, we do the same exercise. We have a total token burn of about 1.1 billion, and if we go at the end of this time frame, we have now about 1.13, so about 10 million tokens were burnt in the same time frame that 180 million tokens were created, for a net total of about 170 million tokens created in the span of about 10-12 hours. So it's absolutely insane. I mean, it definitely just goes to show that the inflation is not sustainable, and that is exactly what we see with the price of Titano. It just keeps on going down. Your market cap is at 13 million. It was once around 400 million, which is absolutely crazy. And this just goes to show that rebase tokens are simply just not going to make it. And that's why we've seen other projects pivot away from rebasing and essentially abolishing them, because those are just simply not sustainable. Now, I know Titano is apparently working on some secret plans. They have new utility that hopefully brings a lot more volume to Titano. But again, in my opinion, it's going to take a lot more than just utility. I do believe they need to shut down the rebases, and I do believe they just need to move away from that, because if not, I don't think Titano is ever going to come back. And I do also think that most people invested in Titano are no longer paying attention to this project, or have already lost money or moved on from this project just because of the chart we're seeing right in front of us. Now, if we take a look at how many people are actually holding Titano now, it's gone down. We're seeing on Binance Smart Chain that it's 78,000 people who now hold Titano. If we go onto their website, it still says about 82,000, so it's actually down about 4,000 people from the last time they updated this website. And that just goes to show the interest is obviously diminishing on Titano. And now with the community sentiment about rebase projects, I just feel that Titano hasn't actually evolved with the times and haven't been able to pivot in the right times for their protocol to continue growing. Now, I just want to leave you guys on a fun fact. As I said, I started this YouTube channel to track my investments in different projects, and I want to bring you back to March 26, 2022. I was invested in Titano ever since the start, like I said, and on this day, I do believe this is where my Titano balance was worth the most. As we can see, I had about $3,300 that I could take out from Titano, and at that time, I only had about 17,000 Titano tokens, and I was earning a whopping $65 per day. Now, obviously, we see that now today, I am not making any money. I've actually lost money, but this just goes to show that you need to take profit along the way, and it's a very good refresher for people in DeFi, because things don't always go up and things can come crashing down. And my journey in Titano is definitely something you can learn from, because of course, when everything is going well, you think it's going to go to the moon, but obviously reality sets in, inflation sets in, and things can come crashing down just as fast, if not faster, than how fast they went up. So just remember that. Of course, I only put in $150. I was comfortable losing this, but I could have realized a lot of profits. But I just wanted to share that with you guys, because if you are in the same boat, just realize for the next project to take some profits along the way as the project is doing well, because you don't want to be left behind like this example with Titano. So again, that is basically my final thoughts on this project. I'm not trying to bash anybody in the project. It was once a very good project. I don't think they pivoted in the right times, in the right areas. So that's why we see the price of Titano now. Again, who knows what's going to happen in the future. But in my opinion, Titano is basically just another one of these projects in DeFi that hasn't actually been able to pivot and successfully deliver a promise to their investors. So with all of that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed my journey in Titano. Let me know in the comment section below how your journey was on Titano. Again, I was making money at one point. I didn't take profits. That's on me. I'm not blaming anybody else, but I'm just happy to share this experience with you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Smash the like button if you did. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Peace.